Hi Capricorns, it's Jill. Welcome to Tarot by the Sea. Okay, this is your February 2018 reading. I will be using the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti, and I'll also be using the Fairy Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. These readings seem to be coming out much shorter. Okay, I was using the Wisdom of the Oracle, if you've watched before, and they were about an hour long, and I love doing them. I absolutely love doing them, but I didn't have the time to get them done, and it looks like I've got a new guide because the readings have completely changed. So I tried to use Wisdom of the Oracle cards last night and it just didn't work. So I'm back to my weekly cards, which are wonderful. It's a wonderful combination, so I'm quite happy. Right, but the problem is cards fly everywhere. I don't quite know what's going on with them. It's crazy. So Capricorn, February 2018. Capricorn, February 2018. You have the Empress. You may be dealing with an Aries. This may be your wife, or maybe you're the wife if you're female. Maybe you have fire in your chart. Empress is incredibly nurturing. Power behind the throne, they say. Oh gosh, okay. I keep getting really scary cards come out in the readings, and actually once we get into the reading they're not that scary at all. So hopefully this is the same for you. Keep getting like threes of swords and all sorts, towers and... Right, Knight of Cups in reverse, Capricorn. Okay, you may not be dealing with a water sign, so Pisces, Scorpio or Cancer. Okay, there may not be messages of love coming in for you at this point. There may not be messages, there may not be movement forward in whatever emotionally fulfilling thing that you are interested in right now. That's possible. It's possible. Let's have a look at the other cards first before we start making any decisions. Right, where are my other cards? Are we these ones? No, we're these ones. I got the Fairy Tarot cards from my children for Christmas, and the Angel Tarot cards, and they look very similar. So, but I prefer the fairies, to be honest. Okay, we have the Five of Fire. Oh, and we have the Four of Fire wants to come out too. Oh, interesting, because they're completely conflicting cards. Okay, let's have a look. Sorry, I will tell you the cards. Normally I chat, but for some reason I'm not. You have the Empress twice in your reading, so it's obviously very important. Okay, and you have the Magician on the bottom, and you also have the Magician in your reading. Okay, you have two forms of the Magician. You have two Empresses, you have two Magicians. Okay, so it could be that you're dealing with the Magician, or it could be you could be dealing with the Empress, or you could be manifesting something and being in control of your world. Okay. Right, so we have the Empress and we have the Five of Fire. Actually, before we start, I'm going to read you the Magician in here because it's slightly different. You are ready. You have the resources and the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. Okay, and then you have the Lovers underneath that. So the Lovers say intimate relationships, carefully weigh your decisions, and good health. And underneath, oh my goodness, right, okay, right, we're not just gonna read from that deck, because we could do. Okay, so let's see what this lot say, because this is the ones that we were told to give you. So you have the Empress, maybe a fire sign, maybe a married lady, certainly a more mature lady. Okay, she doesn't have to be married. She could be a boss, she could be a mother. She's generally the mother. but she could also be just a very nurturing and compassionate person, but she tends to be that kind of mother figure, okay? Very stylish and very lovely. Competing goals, okay? You have the Five of Fire. The Five of Fire is the Five of, and this has actually come from the other deck, this is the Five of Wands, okay? So there may be bickering, there may be like silly little arguments, there may be that kind of thing. But it says here, conflicting goals, bothersome details and conflict with others. It's quite possibly you're either having arguments with this Empress, or you are the Empress. You are trying to keep everything under control. You have a lot of competing goals and you're trying to deal with everything, okay? But you're doing it beautifully and with style. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, okay? So you're reaping your harvest. You're not quite reaping it yet. It's still on the tree. She's out there picking it, but she hasn't picked anything yet, but she knows it's coming in. And then we have contentment, peace, and abundance. A happy home life, the successful completion of a project, okay? It's the Four of Fire. So we have the Four of Fire, which is the Four of Wands, okay? If you look at it in the other deck, it's the man and the woman standing together with the child, and you have the posts, and it's about foundation, okay? It's about foundation, it's about security. It's not the Ten of Cups yet, it's not the full house, okay? But you're getting there. You are getting there, and that ties in with this card too, because it's not quite there yet. You're not reaping it yet, but you're getting there. Okay. Now, this is a card that I didn't like. That one. That is the card that I didn't like. But there is another definition of this that is coming into my readings more and more, which is basically, yes, it could be third party. Okay, it could be a third-party relationship, it could be heartbreak, but it could also be a number of people working together, cooperating, working together on something that they love and something that makes them happy. Now, for you, you need to choose how that fits into your life, okay, because you have this happy, contented life, you're waiting for your harvest. It could be that there is a third party, okay, it could be that there is a third party that involves the Queen of Swords. It could be that there is heartbreak too with this Queen of Swords, because she can be a little bit of a mare, the Queen of Swords, quite honestly. She can be a bit of a bitch when she wants to be. She's very sharp with her words, she's very analytical, she's very logical, but she's also very compassionate because she's a queen. She's nurturing and she's kind and she's all those things. She may be an air sign. Okay, so it may be a fire sign female, it may be an air sign female that are involved in this third party. It could also just be that this is the same person, okay, and they may have fire and earth in their chart. And yes, they're lovely and they're nurturing and things like that, but on the other hand, they could have rather a sharp tongue, okay. Now, it could be this heartbreak because this person's cut you out, or you've cut, or this is you cutting somebody else out. That's all possible. You could be cutting somebody out because of a third party. And we have the King of Fire, okay, which is the King of Wands, and we have the Page of Water. I think this is a family reading, quite honestly. I think this is a family reading, and I think it might be you all working together on something. The Page of Water is the Page of Cups, okay, so it's a young person, it's a water sign. And it says, intuitive, sensitive, artistic and friendly. A new person enters your life. Possibly the Queen of Swords enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase, heightened psychic abilities. Okay. Now, psychic abilities always tie in with me. When I'm reading, when I do my rituals and stuff during the moon time, it's like my connection with spirit comes between, kind of comes into that kind of like air sign space, okay, because it's all about communication. So it comes into that air sign space for me. And maybe this is why you're showing up as the Queen of Swords, is because you have that heightened connection. If you look, she's pointing up to the sky and there's that glowing light up there. So maybe that's what it is. So maybe you have heightened psychic abilities at this point. Maybe your intuition is telling you something about this queen, this king of fire, this king of wands. We don't have any other males, I don't think, at this point. No, we don't. This could be the same person. It could be the same person that you're arguing with. Gender's not that important, really. This could actually be... But she's more nurturing than a king. She's more nurturing than a king. It could be the same person, but possibly not, quite honestly. Quite honestly. But maybe this new person that's entering your life is this Page of Water. Maybe some of you are having a baby. Oh my goodness. Maybe some of you are having a baby. Because there's certainly a family unit there, if you look. There are 3 whales, including a baby one. Okay, so some... And actually, I think they're orca. I think they're killer whales. Okay, so yeah, that would tie in with the Empress being the mum with a very sharp tongue. Okay. So it's quite possible that's going on. This card to me also could mean heart surgery, so maybe someone's not very well and someone needs heart surgery as well. So you have that Page of Wands and you have the King of Fire. And it says focus, focus, focus. Focus. Okay, focus. Air signs are amazing at focus. Maybe you have 3 things going on that you need to focus on. Okay, and you could be working with this Page of Water, or you may be exhibiting that that kind of thing. So you may be being intuitive and sensitive and friendly and artistic as well. Motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. Yeah, charismatic and friendly, kind of, they're not the same thing, but they could be. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. Okay, maybe this is the person that you're getting the advice from, this Page of Water, because the water, artistic, creative. Okay, maybe that's a new person that's coming into your life and you're getting advice from them. And maybe you're working on a project together with them and the Queen of Swords. Okay. So there's 3 people there working together on something, I think. And you're creating something. Yeah, you have the 2 magicians. You are creating something. You are trying to manifest something. For some of you, it might be love. For some of you, it might be love that you're trying to create. And this is unfound, and then you have the 9 of Winter, which is the 9 of Swords. Unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. If you are worried that there might be a third party going on, then yes, you're probably up at night worrying about it. If somebody's having heart surgery, yes, you may be up at night worrying about it. If you have a new project where you're working with people, yes, you might be up at night worrying about it. I'm going to clarify that card in a minute. Again, you may be dealing with children. Sadly, it may be one of your children that actually needs surgery, and I really hope that's not the case. But you may be dealing with children. You may also be looking back to the past, okay, at happier times with this Empress. Maybe there have been issues with this Empress. If it's a third party and you're dealing with an Empress and the Queen of Swords, maybe you're looking back. Maybe this is your marriage partner and you're looking back and you're thinking about it. Maybe for some of you, you are worried about your marriage partner and your children. Okay. And you have the 9 of Air as well. So you have the 9 of Winter. I've obviously got my cards mixed up. And you have the 9 of Air. So they're both the 9 of Swords cards. Okay, so something is really, really worrying you at the moment. And I'm so sorry to see that. Really sorry to see that. And then you have this 4 of Cups. And maybe you're just feeling really despondent. Maybe you're just feeling really despondent and you're just not interested in anything. Maybe this is a bit of depression, actually, and this is what's, this is caused by all the worry. This is you just sitting there worrying, and the people are offering you things and you're just like, no, no, no. It's a little bit of a worrying reading, this one, for you. I'm going to pull some more cards because I'm not entirely happy with that reading for you, and it would just be good to give you some more clarity on what it is. Okay, I've obviously got my decks mixed up, but these ones are all together now. So let's have a look and see what we can see. So what could this be? What is this? What's causing these sleepless nights? What's causing these sleepless nights? The Princess of Winter, okay, which is the Princess of Swords. You had two cards just fall out, but I'm not going to take them because they didn't feel like anything. You have the Wheel, and you have Justice, and you have the Ten of Summer. Maybe you're just incredibly busy. You are the Empress, you're trying to juggle everything, you're trying to deal with all these conflicting things that you have going on. And maybe you're just not coping particularly well right now. Maybe the Queen of Swords is just because you're being snappy with people and things like that, and you're trying to get them to work with you. And maybe somebody's not pulling their weight. This is the other thing with this card. Maybe somebody's not pulling their weight. Maybe this is about being at home. Because you have two swords that are invested in there. They're really deep in. And then you have one who is kind of like half in, half out. Okay, so maybe someone's not pulling their weight and you've got so much going on and you're just like, I can't take on anymore. I cannot take on anymore. And that's a little bit worrying for you. Okay, so you have the Princess of Winter, okay, which is the Page of Swords. And I think did we have the Page of Swords? No, we didn't. We had the Page of Water. So maybe it's the same page, okay, but I'm sure we had two page cards. Maybe it's the same page, maybe it's a different one. So maybe they have got, got water and air in their chart, okay, or maybe it's two children because there are two children here. You have the Wheel, okay, so and then you have the Ten of Summer, which is a Ten of Cups, which is really good card, and you have Justice. So towards the end of this, the clarification for this is actually that things are okay, they just feel too much. Okay, so you have the Princess of Winter. It says information that can help you but may also be difficult to hear. Speaking the truth with kindness. So you are speaking the truth with kindness. So if the Queen of Swords is you, then you are speaking the truth with kindness, because she's very, very honest and she's very open and she's very to the point. But she's also a queen, which makes her nurturing and loving. Okay. Then you have the Wheel. So things are going in your favour. It says delays are over, sudden or unexpected good luck, a new car or travel. You have the Ten of Summer. An emotionally fulfilling life with family and friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. Okay, and then you have Justice. Take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end, fair and objective decisions. I think you're just trying to balance everything. I think you're trying to balance everything. There may be conflicting calls on your time. It may be that you're working with people and some people aren't pulling their weight. You're staying up at night, okay? You're staying up at night, but you still love your kids. You have your children. You have the Empress. The Empress is the mother. She is the mother, okay? And you've got sleeplessness, and maybe that's you. Maybe someone will, maybe at the end of the month, someone goes, do you want to go out for a drink? Go out for a drink? And you're just like, no, I just need to sleep, okay? I haven't been sleeping, I just want to sleep under my tree. Okay, I'm not interested, I just want to go out and do that. And maybe that's why you have this Knight of Cups, because the Knight of Cups is the one coming in going, do you want to go out for a drink? And you're just like, no, I need to sleep, okay? And then that's it, and that's all good. I think you're okay. I think you're okay. You have balance, okay? And you have 2 Magicians. I think you'll be able to do this. I think you're going to be fine. I think it just feels like a lot. This card is generally the options card. Sorry, I'm just moving. This card is generally the options card, but it's coming up in readings for me a lot as like responsibilities as well now, okay? It's things that you need to do to take care of people. So, you know, you're showing your love in different ways. You're showing your love by looking after your family and things like that. And I think maybe that's what's going on for you at the moment, is you just have a lot going on. So I'm going to leave it there. I think you're going to be okay. I think it might be a very, very busy month, February, and I think it may be very sort of family focused, and you're just going to have a lot of things to do. But you're going to manage it. You're going to be all right. You're the Magician, okay? You're the Magician twice, not just once, but twice. You have the happy family life. You are the Empress, so you are in control. You are doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you're doing it with love. And yeah, all right, there may be times when you kind of snap, but you're tired and you've got a lot going on. So be kind to yourself. Be beautiful to yourself, okay? And just take care of yourself. You're doing a fantastic job. All right. Anyway, I'm going to go. Take care. Bye-bye.